what's up, man? Y'all tuning in with the Kingz Chatter Podcast, and we finally back again with another segment here. First and foremost, we like to send an extension to our brother right here, Mr. Wallace Davis. He's gonna be a part of the family. Well, he is part of the family. You know what I mean? He crew now, man. So the Kingz Chatter is 4 deep. Oh, no Diddy.
Pump up the jams, pump it up.
Poor Diddy, man. So yeah, man, we gonna pick on him a little bit, you know what I mean, and start off, check in with us first, man. That way Thomas ain't gotta kill us right now.
Oh no,
I know he's ready.
Hey, I love it. You gotta let Thomas be Thomas.
No, I'm good, dog.
Bro, the fact that you over here with the strength in numbers, that's clean though. Cause I remember that. Was you at that parade?
Yeah, I was at that parade. No, I was working, nigga. Pump up the jams, pump it up.
This dude is stupid.
What's going on with you, Wallace?
I'm good, man. I appreciate y'all inviting me back and officially being a part of the Kingz Chatter. So official member of the Kingz Chatter.
Yeah,
welcome.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's diverse. We had to, and it was only right. You know what I mean? Apparently, this was Thomas's idea.
Oh yeah.
Why you say apparently like that?
We love
I don't like the way he said
It's surprising that you have good ideas.
I'm thinking about it.
But why is that apparently though? Like,
man,
you said apparently.
No, it's just surprising when you have good ideas. It's very surprising.
Last idea I did have. It went kind of good. It was kind of like,
and the police was
pump
called.
up the jams, pump it up.
He gonna be on that for 15 minutes, bro.
Yeah, this shit is.
He gonna be on that for 15 minutes.
It's my bad, you guys. I started him on that shit. I
When
just,
you feed the monkeys?
yeah, well, you get the shit.
Blame Aaron.
They sling shit from them.
It was the YouTube like send.
Let Wallace check in, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling.
Everything chilling?
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all. It's time to get this thing moving, right?
Hell yeah, let's
Hell
go.
yeah.
I love it.
All right.
I'm doing good too myself. Just enjoying my granddaughter right now, having fun. My day off, so I ain't doing shit.
Bro, I'm
so.
starting to get your schedule down.
Yeah,
Mondays.
I'm like a fucking.
You can't call this man Mondays.
I don't appreciate how he thought I couldn't hold a baby. Like I didn't have three.
She came in here. The nigga was half asleep when I brought her in
He was
here.
half asleep?
Yeah,
Bruh,
Yeah.
you know how many
yeah.
And you gave them to him?
You know how many
I
times
did.
I've been half asleep with the kids?
So you don't have good decision making. And he ain't
No,
good with babies.
I did after with protest though. I didn't just get this nigga my daughter, my granddaughter. I mean,
They
I
say
didn't
don't
just
feed
hand
the
her
animals.
over, right?
You just that nigga who give him peanuts, huh?
No, the nigga got mad because I wouldn't just hand her over.
Willingly,
Yeah,
Baby, I got three. They're good.
They grown.
by the
Down
grace
there,
of
yo.
God.
Yeah,
nigga.
Bro, don't put that age on me.
Yo,
Shout
my
out
son
Angela,
is
nigga.
Like, what, 8? Come on, man. Like,
Well, I mean, they're older, but yeah,
They
they
not
were
babies.
babies at one
But
point.
he's experienced, is what you're
Right,
saying.
yeah.
I'm not no rookie at this.
all right,
Yeah.
okay.
Not gonna drop no baby.
Well, the nigga is kind of scared me just a tiny bit. So
She
that's
scared me with all the drool.
Damn.
Pump up the jam.
Fuck up
Pump
this
it
shirt.
up.
How you doing, Thomas?
Oh, I'm doing good, Brian. I mean, the way you did
Hella petty. Bro,
This nigga stupid.
he hella petty, bro.
Oh shit! No, I'm doing good, man. Everything's cool. Fam's good. We chilling. We got the podcast cracking. We late as shit. But,
You was late as shit, too.
well, no, I really wasn't that late.
When did we check around the corner?
When
When did he find? When did we find him?
It's kind of tough because I don't know when he was around here.
Right, we was
He
out
was.
with
right in the
When I
back.
pulled up, he was in the back.
Okay.
Wow.
Accountability, people.
So you heard all that shit I was talking about you then?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was in the back and I was pump up the jams, pump it up. All right, I'm done. All right, I'm done.
He gonna go over that for like
I'm
15,
done.
maybe 20 minutes.
Nah, it's he got to run out of steam a little bit.
It seems like I'm the only one who always, delve in how I'm doing, you know what I mean? But I'm going to go into this long story. So I'm great.
Yeah.
I'm
You what?
good. I'm great.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I'm great.
Greg?
Awesome.
Great, nigga.
Are you Greg or great?
He fine.
No. Wait, did you say great?
I'm still great.
I think I can
great.
help you guys with
Yeah.
that Pam situation.
like I'm great. Anyway,
That's
man.
good.
So they got some new shit going out, but I actually want to talk to this dude Aaron about it. So I've been wanting to go see that new Joker movie.
It's kind
Bro,
of scary.
they getting some scary reviews.
Nigga, they
about
getting
it. Like,
terrible reviews. It's been
people
D
are-
pluses and lower, nigga.
Bro, like
Yeah.
yeah. So
Is that bad?
apparently they did like millions worth of dollars. You know, like 55 million or something like that. Or no, excuse me, that's how much they got at the box office. But the movie before that got like 150. Like it's debunking horribly. And they said that everything that Lady Gaga, I'm gonna use this word allegedly because we don't know, but everything she touches turns to shit.
Oh, Lady Gaga in it?
Lady Gaga's in it.
She playing like Harley Quinn.
Yeah, she's Harley
type of-
Quinn.
She's
bro.
Harley Quinn?
Mhm.
But I've been
So
begging
what
to
happened
go.
to the other Harley Quinn?
That's not. It wasn't no Harley
Yeah.
Quinn in this one.
But is that like a different universe or no?
It's a different. It's a different Joker. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because it ain't.
This
Right.
one, this movie's supposed to be a musical, bro. I didn't even know.
That it wasn't supposed to be a music. They just got a lot of music in it, and they. But what to me, the criteria is whenever you let music push the story, that's a musical, and this is music pushing the story. So
Apparently, the director didn't want to do it.
right,
So I don't. I mean,
but you're not gonna waste your money putting Lady Gaga in there for nothing. You know what I mean?
nigga, that's
So, hold
13.
You gonna
the
sing.
music, is it mostly her singing or what?
I guess it's
No, he sings in there too. Supposedly,
So shout
But
out
Harley
Joaquin.
Quinn was like a nurse though, right?
yeah.
She started off as one.
And then she said, "Pump up the jams."
But yeah, bro. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that shit
He
no
got
more,
you.
man.
He got him dancing.
It was a huge disappointment to me. You feel me? So
Did you go see it or you
seen
just
it?
heard?
No, I wanted to go see it.
Right.
Oh.
You know what I mean? You know how you anticipate, like for instance, when you see
But
when
you
Black
can't go
Panther
off
came
of
out.
everybody else stuff.
No, and that's what I was about to say. You know how they, like they
Yeah.
did with the Black Panther. You know, everybody started like, oh yeah, I want to do that shit, or see it. Excuse me. And then all of a sudden it comes out, and then people had their reviews, and I
Right.
mean, you don't want to listen to it, but it's like you can't help it. I mean, bro, it's
Sometimes
sad,
negative press on shit gets me to go see it more
yeah,
because like I know,
but I don't do musicals, bro.
but I know a lot of people have bad movie taste. A lot of people got bad.
Like
movie
you
taste.
said, I got the bad thing.
I
Bro.
just, it was a joke.
Are you
But
serious?
musicals?
No, I don't.
Why
do
did you
musicals.
invite me to go see Cats?
Bro, I thought you, nigga, we ain't hung out in a minute.
Pump
You know,
up the jams, pump it up.
It's gonna be nonstop.
I
Yeah.
told you. He was listening to Technotronic on the way here.
We're gonna do piss tests for all the members of Kingz Chatter now.
For everybody.
Right, everybody.
It's see all come up, man. Anyway, outside of that though, I had a great weekend, man. I got to see my kids again, you know, of course, you know, I don't want people to, oh, this nigga got visitation. No, it's a great weekend or a great time when I get my kids, you know, even throughout the week, you know, or whatever. But it's just monumental to me because this time, you know, of course, I don't know what it is, man. I just feel like took him to the little pumpkin patch or whatever, and it's always something to watch him grow up.
Which
You know what I mean? What the one in Livermore?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No, because I was wondering. I know they
Del Oso.
down, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
old school Del Oso. I don't know if it's
we went
called
there
now.
last year.
Well, Del Oso, yeah, that used to be
And
the spot though. That
The-
was a
it's
cool
still
spot, like,
cool. They got some good ass donuts in there.
But they closed down though.
She don't do
right?
donuts?
I think.
No, that's odd that they would sell donuts. I mean,
Yeah, no, so it's like pumpkin spice, like little pumpkin donuts or whatever they got going on. It's a huge like itinerary. They got a good.
Well, because October, the pumpkin spice and all that. Yeah.
no, we got it, Tom.
So like
we do understand.
pumpkin jam. To take it from him
That
before
shit,
he
take it
get
from
to
it first, man.
Wow. He's setting it up.
But yeah, man, it's like the reason why, you know, it's a little special to me to get a little vulnerable for a minute, bro. This time when I took them home, like my baby cried, bro. Like it's like,
That tends to happen when they have
bro, the
fun.
co-parenting shit is not cool.
No, I mean,
it is what it is. But you know, like I had to listen to her, like, and it broke me down, dude. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, as a man, I'm like, damn.
but you know what it is? It's just not ideal. I mean, you
Nah.
can make it work with the
Right.
right two people, but
Right.
it's just not ideal. Of course, you would want to be in the house with them or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's just not ideal. So
And it broke me down, dude. Like her little heart was broken and whatnot. And then my little baby, I see you next time, Dad. I'm like, bro, we do this all the time.
Right.
Why you acting like you? The one was she's 6, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, she's 6, and it's like, you know, but like to sit there and you know how to you know, ooh, but yeah, you know how you're trying to turn the music up on somebody,
Right.
So I tried to hit her up with a little music talk or whatever, and I just couldn't. I couldn't do it, bro. So of course it broke me down. I had to sit there and console her and talk to her a little bit more, about the situation and whatnot. I had a great weekend, man, and it's always like a good timing, with my little ones, man. But that one was a little different for me because I thought we was over this shit, bro. But
I don't think a lot of situations are ideal though.
no,
Just human like everything ain't gonna be you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I think our generation, I would say, Aaron was born in '62.
That was a shot.
But I'm just saying.
Wow.
Our generation, no, we were taught to think, white picket fence, like dog, 3 kids, maybe 4, 2 boys, 2 girls, everything ideal, but everything ain't always ideal. Like it's not always. It doesn't always work out like that. But I think that there are like ways that things could work, but I think that sometimes people's personalities get in the way of that. So like
People dictate.
Yeah. I mean,
It's the ego. It's not the personality.
Yeah.
And people, I mean, sometimes people are upset when something doesn't go out the way that they thought it was going to work or whatever, and then they try to take their frustrations out on the other person, but they use the kids instead. You know what I mean? And sometimes, I mean, that's an unfortunate thing, but that's a reality of shit.
And that just sucks for the kids. Period.
Yeah, because they never get a chance to pump up the jam.
Good use of that. I like the use of that right there.
We put that video at the end of this video.
Bro, that would be just say, look, Technotronic. Let me get some money up out this.
Cease and desist on this shit.
But that actually goes into the topic. Of course, I had to sit there and think about this one for us, man, because it's the weight that men hold. You know what I mean? And that touches deeply on some of the things that we go through as men. Is what does it mean, or how much weight do we have to hold to be providers, fathers? You know what I mean? Like leaders, innovators, and whatnot in today's community, especially with our families we got going on.
Right.
And it's tough, man. It's like no matter what we do, no matter what you change, it's like you always got to sit there and be a part of somebody's story, or it's like what does that really do? Because as a man, you're supposed to be a leader, right? But it seems like in today's society, we leaders, but we got to play somebody else's part.
I mean, we
play your part.
You can play your part, but as soon as you do it, that's when you start to get, like I feel like distant from everybody else. You get what I'm saying? Like people start to say you know what? I think weird.
I think the wrong people start falling out of your life.
Right.
So like when you play the part, whatever you doing, I'm surrounded by kings. You know what I'm saying? And I surround myself with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I go out and surround myself with a bunch of dirtbags, then I guess I'm gonna be a part of the dirtbag.
You don't get dirtbag.
Change that. That's me that can change that.
Right.
So, there's nobody else that can't change that but yourself. But you are put in a certain category at times, but you can never not be able to change that.
No, you can't. But I feel like even still, like today's society, bro, I feel like financial, like it's so many small things that determines your worth as a man. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's painted on you by society and shit like this. Like I mean, it's weird. You know what I mean?
We just happen to be the one position in like society that is predicated on what you give others. You know what I mean? Yeah. What you provide, and that's the gift and the curse of a man. There's a lot of pride that comes with being a man and being absolutely. A man that's a provider and a help. You know what I mean? But there's also a lot of burden when it doesn't go the right way.
Correct.
And then there's a lot of expectation that goes into that too. So like if you're not doing it at a high level or at a, let's say at a medium level, then people look at you as unsuccessful or less than or whatever.
And I was just about to go into that,
right?
Because I feel like, since it does technically financial shit determines your worth, and I'm not trying to get into a whole debate. Like women, we see y'all all the things that y'all have done to get equality and things like it's a huge salute. I grew up with strong minded women, and things like that. So it's not a knock. So please don't. But I feel like even with all the equality that women have chose to do, or even with them, being seen and this and that, it's like for y'all to be like, all right, this man ain't making no money. He ain't got no good job. He ain't this and he ain't that. You know what I mean? Or even it's like, damn. You know what I mean? Like we ain't shit because we ain't got good jobs, or we're not good providers.
If you look at like just the dynamic of the whole relationship between men and women, like we want that respect, right?
Yeah.
So that comes with something.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not just an empty thing. I can't demand respect and then not provide what a man is supposed to provide. You know what I mean? That's kind of a hard ask when you. The crazy thing is, like, my wife, she made more money than me for quite some time.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it was the respect was still there ahead of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's something that is a hard ask when you're trying to get your respect from a woman, especially when you're supposed to be the provider, protector, basically like the head of the house. Right. And if you're not doing all the stuff that you're in a sense supposed to be doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if you're lacking in one of those areas or whatever, you know what I mean?
And like for me, I really take a lot of pride into having that responsibility, though.
Right.
Having a family, wife, kids, and working through the hard times to achieve something. You know what I mean? Versus it being given to me.
Right.
So, I think men should take on the role and take the what do you call it? The challenge.
Yeah. It's definitely
and push through it. I know, like when you say society or social media or whatnot, sometimes you see girls on he a brokey.
Yeah.
You know, he can't do for me, that kind of thing. But those are the lower.
You never know what's on the other side of that phone,
right.
bro.
Yeah. Because like you could be a brokey, right? Like you say, oh, he's a brokey. But say I'm like, oh man, I'm trying to build for our wealth, you know what I'm saying, and our health, our wealth, and our health,
right.
And
it goes
have something that
men,
go back towards our kids or whatever, our families or whatever.
That's the plan.
And you got to do your research to make sure you do that type of thing. But men don't hit their financial stride, they say, until mid-40s. Right. So
that's
while you're going through your 20s and your 30s, women want to be married early, right? They like, I want to have kids. I want to have a big wedding. So the pressure is definitely on the man's shoulder. Like, man, do I really want to marry her? Do I want to be with her? But the pressure is there, so you kind of like wanting to do the right thing, especially if you had a child or something, right? So you like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and marry her. And you had a big wedding, you do all the things you got to do, but on her end, she gotta be. You gotta know who you're marrying.
Right.
She gotta be receptive to the fact that. Listen, she gotta be receptive.
Cool.
JB.
But
she gotta be receptive to the fact, like, you gotta know who you're marrying.
Right.
So you can edit that part out, but you gotta know who you're marrying, because she gotta be receptive to the fact that she does her research and she's listening to you and taking you as a leader, right? You saying, look, this is what, like Thomas just said, I'm working towards that. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But you want to go on vacation, you want to have 3-4 babies, you want to have this, you want to do that. It's gonna be a hiccup in there for our finances.
It's not gonna be perfect,
right?
But it's a thing that's set up, and I hate to always go back to social media, but it's one of the things that I see all the time. And it's not just social media, it's TV.
You compare.
Not even that. My wife was watching a dating show today, and you got Lisa Ray on it and this other girl on this other girl. They're rich and famous women, right?
Right.
They got celebrity already under their belt.
Right.
But they had about 10 or 12 different guys vying for their affection and their attention and all that stuff. And that gives women a false sense of how reality really is.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So in reality, there's not 10 or 12 different guys. And if you're a beautiful woman, there might be. But in the same breath, they're like what men expect from those shows and what men expect in real life are two totally different things.
Right.
Right. I'm not gonna be in a room competing with 10 other guys for your attention.
No, especially
not in real life.
I ain't got that much time to see
real life, I'm
especially
out.
if you working your ass off.
See, those shows are for entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
And they got to understand.
But they don't say that. They don't.
But you as an adult, if
Right.
you're watching
Right.
it, you have to. Even movies, though.
They want the drama.
You know, you
bro.
look at movies and they just wake up in the morning, they get to kissing and like I'm not kissing me with no morning breath. Like
Hey, dragging in there.
right. Let's be reasonable. Like this is not how real life happens.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's just an example. But they be thinking what they see in the movies is what happens in real life. He just show up with road. Okay, it can be typically from time to time, but in real life situations, it ain't like that. You got to know your what? You got to know your man, and you got to know your woman. You know what I mean?
So, y'all wake up, getting some hair. Would you get some hair waking up? Freshly waking up?
Yeah. Why not?
Not mouth to mouth though.
Sitting there the whole time.
Would you wake up and get some,
Wow.
I was about to say fellatio, but like your woman.
Bro, I feel like
it depends.
Yeah,
That's
because I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't want to. This is more Thomas' range of conversation. I don't want to neglect. I don't want to neglect his conversation
because at the same time, I feel like and then you going into the fact that she do things to you that she ain't got to do. Like my lady wake up every morning and make me breakfast. Like before I
thought
work,
you was about to say you got hit her.
That boy want to hear some stories. You want to hear some stories?
And he come up missing. She know her too.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, man, I feel like it's just one of those situations. Even if still we got those hardships, it shuts you down because, like for instance, how many times do you hear us being men? We ain't got nobody to sit there and talk to about the shit you go through because ain't nobody gonna have the perfect plan, ain't nobody gonna have the perfect story, ain't nobody gonna have the perfect ideal life. You know what I mean? Even with us getting up 2:15 in the morning, going through these plans, every leader has had a plan that kind of backfired or fell through.
because you have an expectation on what should happen. Everybody got this weird as like it's a view on life on what should happen. You know
bro,
what I mean?
what book is this?
Right. and that's what I'm talking about. It's like there's this weird expectation of how shit should go. There should be, you should have a house this big, a car this size, or this fast, and all this stuff. And all this stuff supposed to just work out. And when it doesn't work out that way, the pressure is on you. Like, why don't you have a Hellcat? Why don't you have a Rolex? Why don't you have, those things? Those are things that are put out there by social media to make you feel kind of inadequate in a sense. You know what I mean? I don't fall into that shit. I don't fall for it. I don't fall into it. If you're looking for a man that does that or is that, it's not me.
And kind of chime in. We are not therapists. We family. And we boys just talking, you know what I mean?
Man, we having a fucking conversation.
But,
my bad. Y'all can cut that out.
We're having a conversation, but at the same time, for anybody listening, dude, I wish I had somebody back then to sit there and tell me, you know what I mean? Nobody's perfect. If you're going to have a plan, if you're going to have a goal or things like that, especially for everybody who's been successful, they feel at something. Everybody falls. Get up and keep going. Because it's so easy, especially in today's society, scrolling through Facebook and everything like that, to compare your life to somebody else, see somebody succeeding, but you don't know their story. You don't know what they didn't fail through, what they didn't went through. You know what I mean? Like these successful celebrities out here, they doing shit you don't want to do. You don't want to be caught up in your house with 1,000 baby oil, but I'm telling you, you don't want to be that dude.
It's not even that. You have your own unique life to live.
Yeah.
You have your own unique problems, your own unique solutions to those problems.
But see, the funny thing about it, or it's not even funny, your story gonna be somebody else's testimony. Trust me. So if you feeling, at this moment like you don't know what to do, you especially a black man, a man period, and you're going through some tough shit, pick your head up and keep going, because tomorrow will be better. I promise you.
And hit me if you need some weed. I got you.
Jesus
if
Christ.
you want to go to jail.
I'm just saying, man. It's charity, bro. Like, just hit me up. It's charity, man.
Yeah, man. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those moments that, and I tell this dude all the time. I tell you all the time, man, like, I love y'all, man, because especially as black men, we not able to sit there and tell another man. Some people are closed in, bro. They ain't got nobody to talk to. You know, especially with this world that we live in, bro. You can't go to nobody and be like, "Hey, dog, I'm going through something."
So just to add to that, so for me, I feel like it starts like I got a son, he's 10, and I try and instill certain things in him, and as a kid, it starts then, right? So majority of the time, I'm just talking on a man's perspective.
Yeah,
I can't think about
go ahead, because we're about to get into that too
on women, but majority of the time, a boy who's gonna be a man is raised around all women, right? So the woman is the nurturer. He go to school, predominantly all women. You might get a gym teacher that's a male. Right now, I think the statistic is like 2% of kindergarten teachers are men.
I'm about to say, bro,
2% or less, maybe. Right?
These teachers ain't the same teachers we had, bro. I seen some of these lady teachers, and they different. Like, no disrespect to them, they different. I've seen some men looking. Go ahead, bro.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Doug's wearing a wire right now.
In school. Now go ahead.
Can you go to your class? You ready?
What I'm saying is, so as a boy being raised into a man, like they say, give me a boy until he's 7, I'll show you the man. So that's basically saying it's programming from birth to 7 years old.
Correct.
Everything after that he does, no matter what he does, is based on those first 7 years of his life.
Okay.
So if you are in whatever they're trying to instill in them in school, you need to make sure you have the same or different programming when they come home.
Okay.
So you can't just let the school raise your kids. You can't just let YouTube raise your kids. You got to have conversations. You got to put them in situations. What would you do? What is this right or is this wrong? Would you put them in situational?
These kids can get YouTube on anything nowadays.
Yeah. So that's why it's important to really have these. I got 2 daughters too, so we sit down and really have these conversations with our kids and say, look,
Brooklyn, Cali.
This is Cali got mad I ain't shout her out. Hey Cali, hey Brooklyn, hey Wallace. So it's important, like I said, on a man perspective, that you really pay attention to your son. Speak to them, speak life into them. Like you say, when they get older, we're used to telling them, stop crying, man up, that kind of thing. And I do tell my son that. But when we speak, I say, well, I explain why I'm saying that. I say, it's okay to cry if you hurt.
Right.
You fall, you hurt yourself, it's okay. If your feelings is hurt, it's okay that you cry. But if you're angry, you're out of control.
Right.
So if you're crying because you're angry, you're out of control. Right. So we got to I teach him about emotional intelligence at this age.
Yeah.
He plays sports right now. In the beginning, he got into a few fights. You know what I mean? He ready to chunk him.
Express yourself, bro.
But I love that though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't tell him it's a bad thing because I want him to be.
Emotions.
I want him to be dangerous.
Yeah.
But but in control.
You know what I mean?
Like you're not gonna be ain't nobody punking us around.
Right.
But you gonna be able to control it and be like, bro, this is really not what you want. You know what I mean?
You gotta do.
So so it starts when we're younger.
Right.
And if we could bring them up, it'll be stronger men that will open up and be like, you know what, this really hurt my feelings. Or men would never say that.
No.
You hurt my feelings when you said that.
And
dudes like, we can go outside and chunk them. That's his way of saying, you hurt my feelings.
I feel like that goes into having a man in your life too. You know what I mean? Like we talked about it. We talked about it before. You know what I mean? Especially growing up in a woman predominantly house. Especially one that you didn't get much love and you consistently getting called a bitch and this and that, you know what I mean? Or don't be no bitch. It's like, especially like being vulnerable for a second like myself. It's like when you get brought up in that type of environment where you're not taught your emotions are okay, it's kind of like you grow up and you don't know how to accept a compliment. You don't know how to express yourself. You don't know how to sit there and give love out because you think it's a bad thing.
That's when therapy come in.
That nigga,
I mean, that's not a bad.
Yeah,
like,
and it's not.
Just because that is, you've been taught that or something that's went through. That's when
and a lot of people.
Like, I know a lot of. I'm gonna just say black men don't.
Yeah.
I know a lot of men don't go, but I know a lot of.
If you look at the sheer way that we talk, like we teach each other, you know what I mean, it's some tough shit. It's some really
everybody.
It could be some hard shit to swallow because no diddy. it can be hard to swallow in the
I was
sense.
about to say, whoa, boy.
But because it's all about toughness and strength and all that stuff, right? But you do have this well of emotion that's inside of you, and that you need to know how to control. No, your father is the first person to teach you self-control. My father, crazy as shit in a sense, but he's not a bully. He's not going out trying to beat people up and stuff.
He's a good example.
Right. He was a good example of like you said, being dangerous, but also being under control.
Right.
Those two things have to go hand in hand when you do that. When you give one of those things, you either gonna raise a punk or you're gonna either raise somebody that is super dangerous, ultra dangerous. You know what I mean? There's a happy medium in between those two.
Well, I mean, learning that too, you know what I mean? Because, you can't be out here disrespecting people who was raised as punks. You might have some people at your door, bro. But you got to accept who they are. I got asked this question the other day, and it was like, bro, your son come out, and he chooses to be gay and this and that. Like, what would you do? And honestly, it don't even matter to me if somebody's gay or not, because no offense, I have met some dangerous gay football players out here in these streets. And I'm not talking about dangerous like that, but they will whoop your ass and they will run you smooth over.
He was
like, I met this
party.
I'm joking. But you was there with me, though. You gonna dime me out like that, though? But it don't. I feel like, in today, who are we being accepted for? You know what I mean? And that's things like, be yourself.
And I think the one of the issues, like gayness, right? So I think masculinity as men, like, I don't care if you gay or straight, whatever, right? I got clients that's gay.
I'm glad you said that, because Thomas got something to tell you.
It don't matter. It wouldn't bother me, because it doesn't affect, as a real man, your masculinity. Now, if somebody pushing up on you might
that's disrespectful, especially if you
might feel offended, regardless.
Explain,
but at the same time, we got to figure out how to embrace our masculinity. But at the same time, you being gay doesn't affect who you are as a. It might be a man come in a tuxedo and a suit and business minded, and he said, okay, this is my partner, blah blah blah.
Right.
He's more presentable and respectable, and you're gonna look at it a little bit different. And like, I do UFC fights too, and all that.
Right.
So now you're like, oh yeah, all these gay dudes.
You would never.
But it don't really matter whether he's that way or the other.
It don't matter.
It don't affect us at all. You know what I mean? So
because he's still successful.
It don't matter. Whatever they are, they are. You know what I mean? So we need to find that space where it's okay. Like you say, society wise, right now, it's like popular to be gay, right?
Man, what he mean to say is mind your fucking business. That's what I'm gonna go ahead on and say it, man. We in a world right now where everybody want to sit there and be in somebody else's business. How many follicles this man got on his head? How much? It don't even matter, man. It mind your fucking business.
It ain't even. It's just like, I don't give a fuck what you do behind closed doors. I don't care. Like, not like that.
Care.
Like, I don't.
People care,
and that's what I'm saying. Some people care, and. Why? Who am I? Who am I to judge?
Because some people don't wash their hands, Thomas. Some people don't wash their hands. What they do behind closed doors, they come outside and put their hands on you. Then you're gonna be like, what?
Where were you at? Who are you?
Your house.
All I was saying is, basically, the same way, like how we have black and white issues, right?
Yeah.
So if you got gay and straight issues, we need to have a space where it's okay to talk about those things and not be offended by what this person is or what they say. You know what I mean? Whatever, you black, I'm white, okay, cool. I don't like it. Well, why not? Let's talk about it. And if it and vice versa. So right now in society, they seem it's popular, it's growing in popularity. But
it's in vogue, basically.
It's what?
In vogue, yeah.
But and it's okay. But as long as they respect the fact that I'm heterosexual and you gay, if I say I'm heterosexual, I'm raising a heterosexual boy, that shouldn't offend you.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the way I'm raising my son in my household. But I'm not talking down on you. I'm not telling my son don't be around that person or whatever the case may be. So if it's a mutual respect in anything, then we can coexist.
But see, that's the issue that's been plaguing America for the last, I would say, like 100 years or so.
Yeah,
it's the polarization of ideals, right? If you're this way and I'm that way, then I can't like you. We can't come
Yeah.
to common ground.
It's
You know
that
what I mean?
difference.
Right. And it's made to be that way for us to always be separate and always be separated and stuff. So like when we think about like I said, like he just was saying, what you do behind closed doors does not affect me. I'm not mad at. If I had a gay son, at the end of the day, I would have to buckle down and love him. You know what I mean? That is truly it.
Exactly.
And I don't know everybody's religion status, but in religion, it's not accepted, right?
Oh no.
So growing up as a kid,
Yeah.
it was always that's blasphemy. That's you going straight to hell.
But that's
you're right. We come from that era. I come from that era. You know what I mean? You gonna get beat up if you say you that. You know what I mean? So now that you're able to come out and talk about it. Okay, cool. We know they exist now. It is what it is. But we got to find a way to coexist between regular people,
I feel like I'm about to take a Wallace page out of here because going into that, you know what I mean? Like I love the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it is a certain group of people that are the first people to shut you down, how you feel or what you're going through, and be the first people to condemn you if you say anything outside of their norm. But then as soon as they step outside the church, they talking shit and they cussing and doing everything else. Mm-hmm. Hypocrisy runs rampant in groups like that.
Well, in the entire world.
And then you wonder why it's so many.
It's the entire world.
It's the entire world.
So many people that's afraid to say anything that's on their mind.
It's certain people that like they hold themselves to a certain standard, and they be like, okay, this is.
You got to be perfect.
But the thing is, like, if in the Bible or whatever, you know, it's a love thy neighbor. Like,
that's only
if your neighbor gay, then you know, love on that nigga. No diddy, but I'm just saying though, like, you know, like invite that person, you know what I'm saying, like to church or whatever. And like, because I don't think that should be like. I don't think you can't persecute nobody.
You can't,
you know
because
like it's kind of inhumane, is it?
Inhumane.
It is. But it goes back to the whole thing of, I mean, you know, like with no matter what the person is, why can't he go like? Do you think if a gay person come up to you, you can't talk to that person? I don't mean that you trying to holler at him, whatnot. He's a human being too. So still, the men go through shit, and that's the whole purpose. Is
just like Wallace said, we got clients that's you know that's gay. We got like that's
you don't have to be a therapist to help another man.
Whenever you search for people that are only just like you, you're doing yourself the biggest disservice of anything. If you're looking out in this world, it's made of every single scenario that you want to think of. You know, if it's something that somebody is doing that is not a danger to you or your family, take a listen. See why they're that way, why they like it, who they are. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Even if it's taboo in society or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's weird that people close people off because this goes against what I believe. It's not you that's doing it.
Yeah, right.
It's not you that's doing it. So you can still have a conversation, and to close somebody off from the way that you believe. Right? If I'm a Christian and I don't like people that are gay, to close them off would be just to lose them.
Yeah,
and if you're a real studier of Christianity, that's not what.
They the first people to cast you out, bro. And that's when you like Pharisees or whatever you want to call it. But they the first people to cast you out.
It's not. That's not unique to just Christianity.
Yeah,
that's unique to everything that has a way. You know what I mean? And I say a way because it's like anytime that anything has like a set rule of this or that, people want to hold everybody to that standard, and then everybody that don't do that. They're the devil. They're this. They're that.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
That's why we live in the greatest country. Because somewhere else you be stoned to death.
Right. Absolutely.
That's some crazy stuff right there.
We live in
and it'd be perfectly legal.
Right. Yeah. It won't,
perfectly legal.
What happened? Oh yeah, that's what happened. Okay, then that's what happened. But here in America, I'm glad we live here in America.
Right.
Everybody can be who they want to be.
You can at least express your views.
Right. Busy trying to be somebody else, man, and it's and it sucks because like we losing so many people to like suicide and whatnot because of the fact that people are withholding so much.
That is a big thing that's going on.
Like I done lost another person, bro, and it's like, you know, man, you got to be able to talk this out. Like people are holding so much trauma, so much, you know, pain, so much, and it's like, damn, I'm afraid to go to, you know, this person and tell him because I don't want this nigga telling my business and this and that. I don't want that because first thing people do, especially in job sites, is is they blast your whole information. As soon as they found out, I just found out this nigga Thomas cut his hair. Why is that your fucking business?
Right.
What he did with his hair.
But see, that's when I say that the societal expectation, that's what I'm talking about. Like when I say your life is uniquely yours, if you live that way, you will understand that there's no pressure to the way you live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now people they're gonna say what they're gonna say. You can be Jeff Bezos or Jay-Z or whoever, and there's still going to be some type of critique or some type of, like issue with your life.
Right,
So
right.
you could be the most successful in the world. There's still going to be a critique. And it doesn't change. It actually gets worse as you get more successful. You know what I
was
mean?
about to say, speaking of critique, the first critique you get is from home. And I know an unpopular opinion, ladies, some ladies, you got to stop. Like, I mean, if your man have a problem or whatever, man, because I heard this before, I feel like your man would be the first person to tell you about his problem. The first time you throw it back in his face, that'd be the last time he probably would come to you as a confidant. You know what I mean? But I feel like some ladies are the first person to tear us down, but then be the first person to come to us to kill a spider, or you know what I mean? If anything else, it's like, come on, man.
That's just a thing that we have to like.
Some.
No, you're right.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I done went through many frogs, but I'm able to talk to my lady about anything now. Right. No judgment. So but, it's like
when you have a certain like I said, it's all in the expectation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's I expect things from my wife, but what I expect from my wife are not things that are typically like just male or female.
Right.
It's uniquely for me. I tell her all the time, I don't care what the normal couple would do in this situation.
Correct.
This is what I want out of this. You know what I mean? And this is what I need out of this. You know what I mean? So, if when you bring news of any sort, like you go home and you start talking to your wife, and she immediately downs it. Sometimes it's a response of protection in a sense. You know what I mean? And they're trying to tell you stuff like the protection first.
And we're not talking about no yes person, you know what I mean?
No.
Just to make that clear,
right.
You know what I mean? Because some people be like, oh, you got a punk. No, she'll straighten your shit out.
No. What I told my wife is, when I come with news, hear it first. Before you think about it. Digest it. And then give me your critique later. Let's celebrate first. Right. You know what I mean? If I want to try this new route or go this way or do this thing, let's critique it later. You know what I mean? Let's celebrate it first, and give me all your concerns after the fact.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
I kind of heard that, especially like when they want to come home, like your ladies want to come home and vent and things like that. It's like you got to take a moment and be like, does she want me to listen right now, or does she want me to give her a response? Because some people, some conversations ain't for you to talk. You know, they just want you to listen to their problem. You know what I mean?
Working in a barbershop. Or, have salon and you hear these ladies talk and we have conversations at the barbershop. Honestly, some women do not want to hear your issue.
No.
They don't want you to come home and complain. They don't want to hear that you sad or nothing like that. They're like, this nigga softer than me. You know what I mean? They tough. So they like, he's softer than me. He doing all this and doing all that. How I'm supposed to respect him as a man? Like you say, it's not everybody. But some of them do take the approach like it's a turnoff if you come home and complain. So then the man shuts down. He like, you know what? It's all bottled in here.
Somebody else off.
So when you talking about suicide and stuff like that, just my opinion, in black people or street dudes who can't come home and they got to fight in the streets, they got to fight courts, and they got to come home and fight a woman, they crash out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not even like...
That's a suicide too.
That's their way of taking care. Like,
mental
you know what?
breakdown.
I don't care about nothing. I'm going out here. I'm gonna do this. And they hurting other people while they just hurt on the inside.
Yeah.
When they don't have that right person at the house. You know what I mean? So you dating a girl just because she got a fat ass or he got money. Now they together. They have a baby. Now he really got stress issues,
and you can't go to her.
the foundation is already was built on bad intentions. She was just cute, and I wanted to hit.
You can't talk
he
to
had
her.
money, so I was trying to secure a baby. Now you got the issues of you can't see him, and I'm gonna tell the judge this and all of that. And now it's
compounded this problem.
I was just about to say you compounded them problems.
Then the woman say all these dudes out here cheaters, and they all the same. And then you get all of this on the internet, and they quick to talk about it and all that kind of stuff. Luckily, we got podcasts like this, or even some of the newer male podcasts that's out. Because back in the day, it used to just be a female thing, Oprah and Wendy Williams. Now you got the Pivot, and Shay.
And before it was like, shut your weak ass up.
Exactly.
Right. Stop that fucking complaining and all that shit.
I'm getting money.
Right.
If you come on and be like, you know what, I kind of, somebody really checked me.
You soft.
You know what I mean? Like, you soft. Nigga, why you didn't kill that? Why you draw down on that nigga? That's the other thing, going back to kids. They have this perception that, with the rap music, with the TV and the TV shows, they watching it and they trying to learn to be a man, right? Sometimes it's not a man in the house.
Yep.
I had my dad in the house. He had his dad in the house. So we was raised by men. I'm not sure about y'all, but
I had Power Rangers. Street Sharks.
Exactly. But
niggas out the street with you.
Now that they got those that got the music and got the TV shows, they that's how to be a man.
Right.
You know what I mean? You handle your business with a gun.
Right.
And it ain't like the new kids that rap now, they you ain't no fight no more. We drawing down on cats, so they don't even want a fist fight no more. You know what I mean? To have a situation. They don't want, so you ain't talking, that's already passed. Now we ain't fist fighting, we all just drawing down on each other. So
drinking lean and everything. I seen something like that.
And that shows if you're a man or not.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I don't drink. Nigga, you don't drink.
Yeah. Soft. Soft.
You saw the game that I don't watch football.
Right.
What you mean? You ain't know what kind of man don't drink?
Right.
This nigga don't drink. Yeah. You know what I mean? So they just now the pressure's on. Like, you know what? You kind of right. Give me that. Now they on that. Now you got them or the ones that's not supposed to be there in that position, like acting tough and growing their hair out and act. You know what I mean? Acting out what they see and like, okay, that's what a man's supposed to be like.
Right.
I had no idea. You know, I was raised around my mom, so now they tough. Now they going to jail for life for something they didn't have the emotional intelligence.
And now you supposed to got your wings now really hard because you're in jail, but you don't know you're losing out.
Exactly.
Right. And then like without men are going to gravitate to men.
Right.
So if you don't have a man in the house, you're going to get men's guidance somewhere.
It's not even only like well, maybe it is, because that right there is powerful. How men gravitate to other. It don't even matter if y'all related. It don't matter what age you are.
Right.
Like I just noticed, like a 22-year-old dude, no homo shit, just be like, hey, bro, like you thinking about shit that I ain't never thought about before, and like you want to, invest yourself. You know what I mean? And you and what you got going on, because like it's something in you he idolized.
So imagine a guy that doesn't have a you to look at. You know what I mean? Who's he gonna gravitate to?
Exactly.
If men gravitate towards men and you don't have a father figure in the house or an uncle or anything, but you got niggas on the street, you're gonna go gravitate towards them.
Yeah.
And a lot of people mistake like manhood and respect that you get as a man for fear and pain and inflicting pain.
That's sometimes because you got the greatest weapon out here sometimes, which is women. I'm not trying to tarnish again, but if you got somebody you idolize or you looking at, you thinking like, damn, she got a fat ass and something like that, and her qualifications is a thug and a nigga who look like
that's also misguidance. That's not right.
Right now,
that's also misguidance. Right. She sees a skewed version of what a man is supposed to be, instead of a provider, a protector, a confidant, somebody that you get knowledge and guidance from. She's now looking for just straight pure tough and pure tough and crash out when do whatever you want to, despite all the consequences. That's not what men are about. That's not what real men are about. Men know that your action comes with consequence.
Correct.
You touch my kid, I will I will take your fucking face off.
Yeah.
But if it's something that's less than that, then I have to think about.
It's logical.
Right.
Yeah.
I have to use my logic.
What am I losing?
I have to, because what am I putting on the line going after you? Now, I might do it a little bit more strategic in a sense, but barring you touching my family, there's not much property, all that stuff. It's not as important.
Yeah.
I have to weigh that out. People and some women get that misunderstood. If you're not crashing out for them for their on their whim, then you're not tough. You're not this. That's not the case.
And if you do that, what do you think the consequences is?
Correct. Right. The consequence is jail.
Right. You willing to go to jail for your kids, right?
In a heartbeat.
So,
absolutely.
So it was a kid, right? So he went to school. He got a sister there. A boy used to bully her, mess with her, call her names and stuff. She came and told her brother. He went back and told the bully, leave her alone, right? So the next day, he bullying her, doing the same thing. So he came over. They had a fight. They scuffling. He beat up the boy. Go to the principal. The principal said, I'm calling your dad. Call her dad. The dad, he tell the dad, hey, your son was here. He fought. Blah, blah, blah. This is what happened. The dad said, why are you calling me? What's the consequence? What's the consequence of him fighting? Suspension. Well,
suspend his ass.
So he hung up the phone. He went to the boy. He said, hey, I just talked to your dad, and I told him that you're going to get suspended, and he told me to go ahead and suspend you. So the boy was upset at his dad, too. He like,
oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow, yeah.
So when he get home, he talked to his dad. He like, man, the boy was messing with my sister, so I took care of it. He's like, you know what? That's okay. He's like, but you didn't have my back. You told the principal to suspend you. Why didn't you tell him? Why didn't you fight against me?
Yeah.
But he like, look, you did exactly what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
It comes with a consequence, though.
But why did you have him suspend me? He's like, well, I want you to learn that whatever you do, even though you did the right thing, it comes with a consequence.
Right.
And I want you as a man to be able to say, I'm going to do the right thing, even no matter what the consequence. Fuck the consequence.
Right.
I'm going, like you say, I'm going to jail for my loved ones.
Right.
That's just it. It just is what it is. As a man.
But if you doing stupid ass shit and you doing some, you want me, because this nigga stepped on your shoe, you want me to go kill this nigga? That's not the right thing.
Or he looked at me, or he said he tried.
That's not the right thing.
Yeah. So
I feel like the lesson kind of goes in, and this is just my opinion, that men financial is not don't determine their worth. It's what you sacrifice every day, what you choose to sacrifice, what goes through your brain waves, what you like, damn, this or that, and the choices you make. No matter if it's family, no matter what it is, because some people got to make some tough ass decisions to get ahead in life, to get that further step. You know what I mean? And some people don't think about shit like that, bro. Like some people just think about, oh yeah, I'm gonna just fall back and do this and do that. That right there determines, for me, is your weakness, what you choose to quit on. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I'm not like determined or going back to like I said, because some family members, bro, you got to quit on them motherfuckers too. Because they the first person. Some people, some family, be the first ones to be like, "Oh, this nigga, what you?" Because I'm not doing what y'all do.
Like I said, like for me, the expectation of being in a family is like my daughters, my wife, my kids.
You got a good family.
It's not even that. It's like they know me.
We all got good families, no?
Right? Yeah. They know me. They know what I would sacrifice. Yeah. They know what I won't allow. They know what I you know what I mean. And vice versa with them. Right? There's nothing that my daughters couldn't do that I wouldn't protect them over. Right. Despite the consequence, besides because I know I raised them right.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And of course they have their flaws. I'm not saying that at all.
Right.
But I'm willing to pick up their slack for what their flaws
are. They do that vice versa, and that's where it goes with the right sacrifices and the right investments.
Right.
Because when you choose to invest in something and some invest back in you, despite everything else, that's when you know your family got your back, bro. 100%.
That's when we sat down and started talking about manhood.
Yeah.
Manhood doesn't come with reciprocation in that sense. I don't expect my wife to lay her life down for me.
Right.
I will lay my life down for my wife.
Yeah.
That in some aspects, that's what being a man is in this nutshell. I don't. If I start a fight, I want my wife to leave.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So I can get down. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. Like, don't care about me in that aspect. I want you safe. You know what I mean? Despite my situation or whatever's happening. You know what I mean? Like, so many times men are looking for reciprocation in that form.
Correct.
You don't get it in that.
You don't.
Right. You are the literal only person in your kid's life that wants your kids to be better than you at all costs.
Right.
I want his kids to be better than me. I want my kids to be better than me. I want their kids to be better than them.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's a part of manhood that people don't look at. It's not. This is the one relationship that is not reciprocal at all. With your mom, your mom, you want love, you get love back. You want this, you get it back. With your father, it's not the same.
Right.
I don't expect protection from my kids. I don't expect protection from my wife.
It'd be kind of strange to see my kids stomping out my enemy.
Right.
And I couldn't do that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the burden when we look at manhood and all that stuff. That's the burden that we carry. You know what I mean? That's the shit that like a lot of people misunderstand, and that's why as a man, respect is so big because I will do that. I'm willing to do that. You can't cuss at me, yell at me, or none of that shit. You know what I mean? I'm the nigga that will lay my life down for you. You know what I mean? That's stuff. Right.
I want my wife to be like Queen Latifah on Set It Off. I want her to just
with
like,
rose and
you know, hit the hydros like, nigga, we going out. Like, okay.
You pull up with somebody with
everybody got a
tie.
I'm cool. You had a queen.
You can have all that,
This
bro.
nigga pick him up.
She might gag your ass on a rag
out,
day.
nigga. You gonna be like, oh,
The funny thing is, or not really funny, when you end up the one beat, you know what I mean?
I mean, sometimes you just gotta sacrifice.
But yeah, man, like that really goes hand in hand, man.
But in what we talking about, manhood and everything, is like I'm an empath, so I'm empathetic to people. So even if somebody's acting out, like we know people who's a compulsive aggravator, right? That wants to fight all the time, and you gotta. With emotional intelligence, you want to look at this person like, okay, his upbringing may not have been right. You don't want to just flash on somebody like, man.
Don't judge. You can't judge somebody like that off back.
So life takes you down different journeys. Like as black men, I've been in the corporate world. You're gonna be looked over for higher paying jobs, right?
Yeah.
Compared to our peers or of other races, they get those jobs and we don't, right? We got to look out for the police every day. Just the stress and anxiety that we're not talking about it, but it's unconsciously in our mind that today might be the day that I get pulled over and that might happen.
Correct.
Right? You watching the news, you see somebody who look like you that gets shot and killed. So that instills some type of anxiety.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I see red and blue lights now, it fucks with me.
The anxiety of getting pulled over.
Oh,
you like, let me hold
man.
this motherfucker.
You don't,
You feel like your
everything on the dash.
It's non-threatening.
And you know everything is cool.
Right.
Like, goddamn,
I got all my fucking tags, my
work.
Right.
I'm legit, but I'm still nervous because you scared.
Right.
I'm not scared. I got pulled over. I call him every time I get pulled over.
Right.
I take a picture like this so he can see the blue red lights. I send him a text where I'm at. If I don't text him, I text my sister. Let him know where I'm at. I've probably been pulled over 10 times.
Well, I was about to say, Wallace get pulled over about 10 times a year.
I started tracking it.
Maybe you the problem, son.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
It be for some weird ass shit too.
All those times, I only got a ticket for no front license plate.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's the problem.
So that shows me that I'm not doing it. If I was speeding, you would give me a ticket, right?
Yeah.
I only got a front license plate.
I got pulled over 2 weeks for that shit. No front license plate. Come to see this nigga. I was like, I'll just turn around.
But when I got pulled over, I couldn't find. I'm in my wife's car. She got a little mobby or whatever. So I don't know where the stuff is at. So he like, all right, I'm gonna run your license. I'm gonna go back here and do it. So I go in the glove. I finally find it because there wasn't no tag on the car. So he did pull me over. There wasn't no tag. So I pull it out and I open the door and I'm like, he like, get back in your car. I'm like, all right, go ahead and close the door. In his words, he said, you know how many ex-convicts we pull over on this road? I'm over here on the 4. I'm like, what the fuck that got to do with me?
Why you gotta talk to me like that? You know what I mean?
So to police that's out there, if you that scared, don't pull me the fuck over.
You should choose another
guy. But I'm gonna let it rock. Don't pull me over with that fear and that you gonna fucking kill me.
Right. When we got pulled over for when we just were in the wrong place at the wrong time in Berkeley. These niggas are pulling gun. This nigga's shaking. He like, I'm like, bro, relax.
Calm down.
Don't accidentally pull
5 cars pulled up on us, draw down guns. We in our 20s. Got our little brothers with us about to go do some inventory at a store. They got all their guns. I'm like, don't move, everybody. Like it's chaotic.
But this nigga handed. I'm looking at his finger
he
and his trigger,
shaking.
and I'm like, nigga, relax.
But you shake something loose, nigga. You calm down, man.
For real, my point is just going through shit like that. Like me and him been together since forever, so we done been through some shit with the police. We done been through shit in life, and we confide in each other, and definitely it's a burden on a black man's shoulders that women don't all the way 100% get.
And I was gonna get into that too. You know what I mean?
It's some women who just don't care.
Yeah.
And they expect you to be a certain way because of what they see on TV and stuff like that. And then there's ones that has that nurturing feel.
If you've been blessed to find that person that you can confide in and things like that, like we have, bro, like that's great. Keep that. You know what I mean? Of course, you know, we it's some shit that I could tell her that of course she ain't gonna tell your boys, you know what I mean, and vice versa. But at the same time, you gotta be able to get into a situation or a circle or a brotherhood or whatever it is to get that kind of shit off your mind and talk about whatever, because the stigma we have right now to where like just a financial shit determines your worth.
Right.
Brother, your worth is so much more than your dollars. Because I mean, like people say it nowadays, man, the dollar is leaving. That financial shit is going bye bye.
Who are you as a man besides your fucking money? Right.
Because if you out here, you know, trying to get with somebody who can chase a bag, she can't hold a conversation. Right. Like I'm telling you, some people out here with some lace fronts that's cool and all, man, and some ass and BBLs and whatnot, but they can't hold a conversation.
You know what? You said something earlier, right? you said something earlier when you talking about you didn't even know who she was.
Right.
You had no idea who she was. He was asking, he said, who is this person that is so goddamn supportive of our channel? And he was like, he was like, who is this?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. I already knew when you first said it who she was, right? I'm like, she like
you can shout her out, bro.
I am. A woman's power is not in being equal to men.
Right.
A woman's power is nurturing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Uplifting.
Like he was talking about your mom.
I was talking about your mom, bro.
Right. And he said, who in the hell is Deborah Davis?
Because
she's so positive. Man. She's so positive. I was like, but I said, I already know who that. That's my other mother.
That's like our number one, you know, like viewer right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
She like.
You wouldn't be part of the show like that. You know what I mean? She cool.
If you're a strong man, right? Let's say you're the president, right?
Yeah.
If you have a strong woman, she's the president because she has your heart
right
in a fucking knot.
Right.
If she was to fuck you over, you would fuck the world over. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's a woman's power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A woman's power is through us.
Your
right?
path. That's crazy.
It's through us, right? If we have a bad day, they can stop it.
Correct.
They can stop us from crashing out. They can also to crash.
They can. I'm about to say they can also amplify your shit.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The power is in your nurturing and how you do it. Right.
I've been telling my wife and sisters and everybody that would listen, like, the woman's power is just incredible.
It's beyond the booty.
James Brown.
Beauty.
James Brown's song is a man's world, but it's nothing without a woman.
Because they create the substance, bro.
Everything. They create everything. We wouldn't be sitting here talking if it wasn't for women. If it wasn't for... They create the world. We don't get dressed and look fresh and put on cologne just to be looking good. We do it for our ladies.
My fucking house would be a TV stand and a video game console.
With TV dinners. They got some good ass TV dinners out there.
Women
my house
make a house.
Right. My wife make my fucking house.
Right.
She makes my fucking house. She gives it life. You know what I mean?
Hungry man.
Hungry man.
The funny thing is,
can of chili, nigga.
You know, I feel like Steve Harvey, bro. As many situations that you go through, you learn certain things. It's always that woman that I'm not saying that argues with you, because some arguments are toxic. I'm not talking about them type of women. I'm talking about the woman who wants the best for you and she only goes through you. I'm not talking about the ones who go through your family to talk about you and all this other bullshit. The one who pull you to the side and want you to do something and you really don't want to fucking do it. Because I'm having these conversations now with this woman and it's like, bro, I really don't want to do this shit. But then all of a sudden you turn back and be like, I'm glad I made that fucking decision.
Right.
And she just looking at you like I told you.
You didn't make that decision, nigga. I told you to do that.
She don't say it, but the beautiful thing is she's flaunting you like you made that decision by yourself. You get what I'm saying?
Like my wife does this. She I don't know who she was talking to. Who was she talking to? Was it to you at the party when we were talking about our your baby shower? He said, how was the baby shower? She told me she loved it, right? And I said, but she told him, she was like, this nigga talk football to the nigga in front of us all day, right? And I was like, but she didn't complain not one time up there. You know what I mean? Right. She didn't tell me to stop or nothing like that. But we really did talk football.
He watched the show.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I know. We really did talk football. Yeah. Cool ass dude.
He cool, right? Dude. Cool, yeah, that's my boy.
But she was like, damn, all y'all did was talk football.
That's substance, man.
She said me and Hunger couldn't get a word in edgewise because y'all niggas was sitting over there. Yeah. I was like, damn, that's for real.
Well, the food was phenomenal.
It was good. But
that's like a supportive woman.
Right.
Be like, you know what? Yeah.
She seen I was having fun. She didn't want to interrupt it, even though she wasn't. You know what I mean?
A part of it.
And that's the powerful thing, bro. Like I said, the toxic shit. It's easy to mask that. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's easy to go along with it until all of a sudden you're about to have a mental breakdown. I had a conversation with somebody after that. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna shout dude out, but right after that, the baby shower, and I felt like my because how somebody talking to you is like they want advice or something like that when you take a long period pause to hear what somebody else got to say. Mm-hmm. But it's like I told him, like, you just got, you married, you just had another baby and things like that. But I see on your face, one thing that some men don't understand, it's okay to sit there and sacrifice and do everything and invest in your family. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to carry that load. You know what I mean? No diddy. But I seen him coming out of left field. But you're supposed to do that. But what you also supposed to do is take time for yourself and debrief. Because when you invest and give that energy out 24/7 with nothing coming back to you, or no time to sit there and vent some of that out, man, it's like a Majin Buu effect, and I hate saying that as a Dragon Ball Z fan, bro, because like you create a monster.
So what's one of the things that y'all do to debrief?
So
starting with you.
No, you ain't going with me?
Yeah.
You sure you want to do?
No, yeah.
Besides the benders,
I haven't heard.
They asked me, so I gotta tell y'all. You feel me?
No, for real, go.
So, I roll a fat ass blunt. You know what I'm saying? Smoke that mother.
Some people gonna say that's.
Then I probably go to do some karaoke. That's one of my little debriefing things.
Okay, there you go.
I like to go do some karaoke. Go see a couple hoes. Just I chill, man. I just do me. That's all I can do. Get a little glass of whiskey.
I'm proud of him for yeah.
But that's my debrief. Like music is one of my for sure debriefs. That's like if I can come home and like I'm not in let's not talk about me. But when I get home,
this is literally what this is for.
I know, but I'm gonna
damn the cameras. This is us, bro.
when I do get home, I could just pull into the driveway and just listen to some music for like
I was just about to say
20, 30 minutes. I could just the other day I came home. It was probably like 11 or something like that. But I said,
oh, that's when you just listen to Katy Perry for like an hour.
Right.
Like an hour.
It don't matter what you listen to.
Right. Shake it off.
Some people that shit makes some people good, bro.
No, but I really did. Like, I think it was Sunday, and I had got in the house. It was like they had the Sunday night slow jams. You know what I'm saying? So
KBLX used to do 102.9. Yeah, man. He used to be rocking.
KBLX.
You asked him.
So Sunday night slow jams.
I wanted to know because
but I was asking y'all. Y'all just
I know, but I wanted you to answer first, so it don't go all the way down before you answer. So
go down.
I wanted to get your.
I sat in the driveway, and it was hit after hit though. Like they had like SWV, they had so Tevin Campbell, can we talk?
Wow.
For a minute. You know what I'm saying? They had all that shit, but it was song after song that actually made me feel good though.
Yeah.
And it was a good wind down.
Yeah.
Go in the house.
That's
I
good.
feel like I just kind of learned this about music, man, and I hate to take the story here, but you got to watch out, I guess, what you listen to in your weakest emotional state of mind. And I feel like when you're going through something, you got to watch, because they said like the devil, was like the person in charge of choir or something like that. I don't know if you ever heard that. So music can also amplify, like your negative thoughts and things like that.
But I think it's really what you listen to.
Yeah, and I was just about to say.
So if I'm like, cut my life into pieces. This is my Of course, I'm probably going to
Papa Roach was the Papa Roach. That's what you want to listen to.
I'm just saying,
So wait. What do you do?
So I was just about to go.
Go to the gym.
So outside of because I just started going back to the gym, getting my shit off. But before that, I'm very open about my time and going through a mental breakdown, things like that, when I didn't have my boys with me and things like that. I actually had this beautiful apartment that me and our producer used to sit there and be a part of, and shout out Gateway Crossing. But it was actually a beautiful scenario, bro. And I look at, moments are often created like this. So I had this balcony, and I used to actually go out there and drink a little bit and things like that. But I also used to sit there and write in this journal that I thought, was kind of gay. My therapist kept trying to talk to me about it. My girl kept talking to me about it and things like, I'm not about to write to my name. I ain't wrote in hella long. Like, I don't even know what my penmanship looked like. But the write stuff down and actually listen to music and things like that. I started listening to my Michael Franks and whatnot, for people out there who are musically inclined. He's a good person to listen to. I started listening to other people's podcasts and start to acknowledge that other people are going through things too. You have to get your mind state out of, oh, it's just me against the world, or I'm going through this by myself and I'm doing this. Because once you start thinking that you're behind a gate, you think you ain't got no other place to go.
Right.
You got to understand there's other motherfuckers on the other side of this gate with you, and notice that this gate can break. You know what I mean? It's not the end all be all. And that's what I started writing down in this journal of mine and things like that. Then I said, fuck the journal. I'm about to start talking to other people. When you get the confidence to write that shit out, you got to get it out your mind first. Mm-hmm. And you start talking to other people about it. And you might understand that other people going through the same shit with you. You know what I mean?
You still go to the massage parlor?
You just gonna bust me out like that?
This nigga is stupid, man.
You just gonna bust me? Brittany told me I can't go there no more.
You gonna see Brittany drive her shit through the door. Brittany got a wire on this nigga. You gonna stop it?
Everything on here, when I'm joking, I'm joking.
That's where that $175 been going. I said 175.
Yeah, man.
That ain't know the price.
Hey. Yeah. And
y'all niggas don't need no wires on camera.
See how you try to be vulnerable with your that's how you know they family, because when you vulnerable and they joke on your shit. No, but yeah, that's that. And honestly, bro, taking your ass back to the gym, doing the shit that you don't want to do to self-improve, I honestly had to stop smoking. So that was actually.
Well, what about you? What'd you do, Wallace?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to you. I'll go last.
No.
Because I just wanted to sum up everybody. Because I'm listening.
All right.
And I'm regurgitating.
I'm a creature of habit. I do the same thing almost every day.
You always say that, bro.
I am, because it's true.
That's
you can ask my fucking wife.
Name is saved in my phone. It's creature of habit.
Right. I am, and that's it. Like I go to work. I work when I work hard. Right. When I rest, I don't do anything beside that. And sometimes I will do other shit too.
Acknowledge you for this, because you my big brother, bro. Fuck the camera for a second. But for you to say that, bro, because you work your ass off. Yeah. But every time I call you, bro, no matter what time it is, no matter what, you always pick up the phone, bro. And I do want to, you too, man. But he got you beat.
No, he got me beat.
Like, it don't matter what, and he'll just be like, I'm like, bro, you working? Yeah, you hear the shit, and I'm like, bro, what you need? Like, you my brother, bro. I appreciate it.
No, they call it the most non-opportunistic.
Hey, it don't even matter when I call. You know what I mean?
I'm
but
like,
y'all my boys.
I'm like, yeah, girl. Literally, like he want me to pick up. Like,
he's not joking. And he be like, yo, hurry up, bro. Like, what you want? I'm like, bro, well, I just wanted to talk for a day. Nah, I'll call you back. You can turn your phone off.
I'm about to come.
You don't have to answer.
That's why I didn't answer.
Edit.
Man, I just want to say, bro, I love you, bro, and I appreciate that. Always,
no problem.
Edit. That's a good one. So, that's not no edit. That's real. That was real talk. That was real talk.
Go ahead. Finish your,
No, that's it. I play video games still. I play with my granddaughter now, and that's it right now.
So
that's it for me.
And play with your granddaughter.
Wow.
Come on, bud.
Wow, I like
no,
what you did there.
I just want to let you know too.
Jam.
You know,
pump it up.
You know, kind of like you been talking about And people with Androids being inferior. You with the Xbox is inferior, bro. That's
wow.
You know. So.
That's crazy.
Yeah, how you doing, Wally?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
PlayStation.
But I guess kind of. What is the question?
What
you answer the question.
How I wind down? Yeah. So I'm the same. I'm artistic, not autistic, but like Thomas, and I love to do music. I write. So I rap.
You should do a feature.
We already did.
Yeah.
He did your hook?
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't heard yet.
You ain't heard
Never heard Thomas on the track.
I let Thomas have it too because I'm a raw ass singer too. But
wow.
I
So
let this nigga have it because it means so much to him, huh?
I want to hear this.
I don't like it.
I'm listen to it on the way home.
I'm an artist,
I'm
so
glad
I
it's
only
a
sing
6-minute drive.
I'm an artist. So I only sing when my heart is into it. So.
Right.
You know, I let this nigga have it because it means so much to him. But
or he only sing, or he only sing when somebody like poke him in his belly button.
But that's how I want. That's how I go. You know, I write a lot. You know, and I'm a workaholic like Aaron. You know, I'm always at the shop. I'm always creating, designing clothes, to trying to figure out the next steps to the business, and you know,
he got some assless chaps that he's working on right now with the culture symbol on.
Right. Call. No cover.
But
pump up
before you say something. So I'm going back to everybody. Like, it's definitely a good thing to have a non-toxic way of dealing with stress.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of kids nowadays are popping pills and hanging out and doing stuff they wouldn't normally do. You know what I mean? Because they think, okay, I'm just going to remove myself from the real world and just get high as hell and that kind of thing. And and like the music you saying, the type of music you listening to, saying, oh yeah, I do this, I do that. If you listening to more of a calming R&B or jazz or stuff like that, I make my kids listen to jazz and Beethoven and stuff like that.
Man. I listen to old school.
Hey,
like
and they'll know when they get older. You know what I mean? They probably not up to the stress level that we are as grown men.
I'm probably hearing that shit.
Listening to that, like Thomas said, you pull up to the house, he's just relaxing. So it's definitely a good thing to have a relief of non-toxic ways of doing things, because if shooting somebody is your way of releasing stress, is
speaking of which too, you know what I mean, it's certain people it's certain people who smoke for different reasons, you know what I mean, and you got to watch yourself. Just on the end note, you got to watch how you kind of like dole out the noise. You know what I mean? Because if you're working a lot to drown out what's going back at home, you got to go home soon. So it's like it's good to work on yourself too.
And for the kids out there, if there is any, don't listen to me. I talk crazy.
He cool.
That's all me.
He cool.
But I mean, like me being grown, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go. You know, I'll go. You know, I'll roll up something, and I have my little.
I'm an advocate for smoking.
You don't have to overdo it. Don't
kill a family of 4 smoking. You know what I mean?
I'm good with smoking. If you smoke, that's fine.
It's recreational, and people who do that shit.
Pill popping and all that. I ain't about all that.
Pill popping and stuff. I would suggest you get across. You know, push away from that. But marijuana, you know, it's legal in California.
There's good reasons for it.
It's 21.
So it's a good calming mechanism. Definitely,
it is.
But you know, to close us out, you know what I mean. First of all, it's always good to sit here and wrap it up. You know, or talk shit with my boys, man. And again, we glad to have, you know, our boy Wallace a part of the family now for good, you know. But we do this thing to where Aaron, you already know where I'm going.
Oh,
you already know where I'm going.
Robinson.
Yeah, close us out, brother.
Robinson.
Close us out,
I asked him today too. So he said, if you ask somebody for some money, right? You ask for $100. They say, I don't got $100. He would just say, hey, give me what you got and just owe me the rest. Rob is love you, Rob.
Close it out, man. We appreciate y'all kicking it with the Kingz Chatter, man. Y'all.
Hey, Mom.
Like, subscribe. Hi, Mom. She has been like our supporter, man.
Biggest goddamn supporter in the world. Thank you.
What's up, Mama?
Thank you. Love you so much for everybody else who's been supporting. We thank you. Our ladies, and thank you. People keep tuning in, man.
Don't forget to pump up the jams. Pump it up.
This nigga.